So, let's get this party started. Let's see. Yeah, we're 6 hours in playtime. That's insane. Insane. We have the book, which is basically functions as the summary of what is going on. So we have the layout of the deck. I wonder, actually, I didn't really look at this. It does have the sequence. Okay. So it has the sequence of the flow of time for each of the chapters. Interesting. I knew it had it if you went in and looked at individual ones. So this is Loose Cargo Part 1 is there, Part 2 is over there. Okay, that's great to hear. Good morning, Nerdin. How are you? Excuse me. My throat is still raw from talking so much yesterday. Unholy Captives Part 4 finished down there. Part 3 is there. Yeah, I figured I'd start a half hour early just to make sure that we can finish the game. I think the average playtime is like 9 hours, and we got 6 hours done yesterday, and if I start a half an hour early, I have 3 hours today. So I wanted to make sure we can get in it and get it done. So running around still trying to function. Nice. My one alarm this morning decided to not be Spotify Classical and decided to just be a default, incredibly loud, obnoxious default Android alarm that shook me to my bones, and it was uncomfortable and very loud. So this is that's the captain's quarters. That's the gun deck. Is that up here? The escape part 2. Okay. Yeah, that's that guy. Okay. You have one that gets louder and louder and you still kept hitting the snooze button. How's it, Boofs? Boof tries to get me to start at this time or earlier every day. So, okay. Did we find all of the memories? 6 a.m. That would be pushing it a little bit, Boofs. Okay, we gotta figure out who was crushed by the falling cargo in Loose Cargo. So that's how the journey started. An unidentified stowaway, expecting free passage and eventual freedom, was instead crushed inside a falling barrel. Oh. So there's 2 deaths. The X's, I believe, mark how many deaths there are in the chapter. So there's the one guy who's a crew member, and then there was a stowaway that was killed. Hang on, let me look at the map again. That was on the cargo deck. The captain's cargo is in the front here. And people were going to get locked in the lazarette. But we can't get into the lazarette. There's a padlock on the door. I wonder if there's a key that we can find. Let's go back to the captain's quarters. I wonder if there is a key or something, possibly in the captain's stuff. That's the captain's body. We know what happened there. That's his wife. We know what happened there. We also have a bunch of what I think are incorrect assumptions. Hey, Takala, how are you today? I hope you're having a great day so far. Ozzy! What's up, buddy? How you doing today? Good to see you, friendo. We also gotta... There's gotta be some way to figure out which woman is which. But I don't think there's a way, based on the memories that we have. I feel like we should be able to get into the lazarette at this point. Unless I missed a memory somehow. Half your work yesterday was petting doggos? That's awesome. Can't complain about that. This was Captain's storage. No, this isn't Captain's storage. Hang on. Yeah, this is Captain's cargo. The Captain's cargo was all booze? Hang on. So, this is the barrel... This was Loose Cargo Part 2. So this was the barrel that the stowaway was in. This is the bosun's store up here, and then passenger cargo. Yeah, let's look at those before we go back into that memory. Bella came too. A brown cuddly dog, then a black cuddly dog. Nice. That is a great day at work. Can't argue about that. Okay. So here's... Oh, we didn't look at this. Ooh. New memory. Is this the last of the fight with the crabs? It is. Ooh. Well, that's not going to work out well for that guy. Who's this? Okay, that... We know who that is. That's Maba? Right? Maba? Where's he in my notes? Maba is the tattooed guy, yeah. Yeah, this is... Takala, this game took a turn for the creepy. Big time. There's that guy. We identified him, right? Omid Gull. So there's this guy. He's in 7 memories. He's shooting a gun, but he's gonna be killed. Oh. Okay, book update. Soldiers of the Sea on the cargo deck. Who was this and how did they die? Well, they died... clawed? By a terrible beast? Or is he decapitated? I'm pretty much gonna have to go back through all the memories to try and piece everything together. So you should be able to catch up. Who is this? That guy's been in 10 memories. Okay. Is that a spear? No, that's a spear in his chest. He was not... Okay, he wasn't clawed, he was speared. It makes a difference. Speared by a terrible beast. Okay. So we have that results. We have... So, the way we figure out what characters are what is based on these paintings. This is the underway painting, so you can look at each character. This is Abigail Witterell, who was at the beginning of the stream yesterday, we figured out was the captain's wife. And she was crushed by a piece of rigging that came down when they were attacked by a kraken. So we've gone through and tried to identify a bunch of people. We figured out who this was. We're only partially... I actually don't know if that is that guy. I want to change that to unknown. We kind of guessed that that's who that was. It's very interesting and detailed in trying to figure out who is who. Who is who and how they died, what their ultimate fate was, and putting together the sequence of events. You see the same faces over and over again, but you never really get, like, details. Okay, so that concludes that chapter. That's a lot of deaths. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people died during that. So, initially this guy, he's one of the Chinamen, we don't know which one, he was electrocuted in the top ropes. We figured this out. Nicholas Botterill. He was speared by a beast. Lars Linde. This means, because it's not written in, because it's just a note, unlike... Whoops. That was the wrong button. Murder, calling... There's so many. Unholy captives. Soldiers of the sea. So this guy... It's a piece of paper because we don't know who it is. This is typed in because we figured it out and we got it correct. Nicholas Botterill was speared by a terrible beast. So this one, we have Lars Linde was speared by a terrible beast, or spiked by a terrible beast. So that might not be correct. It doesn't tell you if you have them correct until you have 3 completed that are correct. So we have, right now we have 1. He might be the only one we have. Oh, we gotta figure out the Doom. We're missing pieces of the Doom on the bow. Okay, we need to go back up top. Okay. H.E. is who wrote the book. That, I think, is the doctor? Yeah, Henry Evans, the surgeon. I'm pretty sure he survives, and that he's on the Canary Islands. I'm pretty sure. Along with the two English women. Emily Jackson and Miss Jane Bird. They get onto a skiff. They get onto a skiff with the doctor. So they're alive. I just don't know which one is which. And we haven't gotten any indication to kind of make that break. Okay. Let's go up to the bow and see. We missed a chapter for a section for the Kraken. There must be something up here. There's gotta be a memory, an additional memory here somewhere. Let's look at the deck plans. Okay, so we go part 6, part 7, part 8. Were we missing part 9? So that's part 6. Then we go down to the gunship. Right. Part 4, part 3. So we don't have part 2 or part 1 of the Doom. when the Kraken first arrives. Okay. Really? So there has to be something we missed over here. Hello, this is new. Yes. New body. I mean, sorry for that guy, but... Pencil at the ready. That doesn't sound good. Hey, Ive, how are you? Oh! Is this the first victim? The artist! Oh! Wait. The artist was killed by the Kraken? Oh my. Then this guy hears it. That's Paul Moss. He was killed... He's the first mate steward. He was killed by a sword on the upper deck later on. I don't know by who yet. Ooh, more people in bunks. 43 and 44. Hang on. Hang on. That's the sound you make if you don't get any coffee in the morning. Nice. Bunk 43 and bunk 44. 43 is Maba, and 44 is Lewis Walker from England. Maba we know. That's 44 is Lewis Walker. Is there any... We were able to identify somebody who was in a bunk. Their arm was hanging down and there was a tattoo. Who's that? Okay, that's one of the Chinamen. Nope. Alright, let's get a book update then. Part 2. So then there's part 1. Okay, Edward Spratt, the artist, was crushed by a beast. Okay, something else is going to happen here too. Who's that? That is the third mate. So then this must be his... Okay, so this must be his steward. Roderick Anderson, third mate's steward. Okay. More people in bunks. Yes. 56. Any indicating marks? That's X. There was nobody in the crew list who is under X, right? 60. No. So why is there an X? Unless it's a 10? And that's Winston Smith the carpenter? But the carpenter would be an officer? Why there's an X there? Kinda weird. Kinda weird. 56. What is happening? I started half an hour early. Because I wanted to finish. Make sure I finish anyway. That's 45. We looked at that. There's no markings there. Nothing distinguishable there. But we can go up. Hello. There's the Kraken coming up the... We found a new memory. On the bow of the ship. We were missing 2 pieces of the Kraken story. Who's that? We know who that is. That's Osmid. What happened here? That guy dead? That's the fourth mate. And that's his... Okay, that is the fourth mate's steward. Davy James. We don't know what happened to him. Alright, let's see what the watch is looking about. Okay, it's that guy. So this should be the last memory of the Kraken sequence. I don't know how I missed all that. He's only napping. Sure. Sure. We'll go with that. This weekend I'm going to figure out... I'm going to talk to the wife and figure out a date for our horror stream. I figure it'll be a good day for her to, like, take the kids to a friend's house or something.
How's that?
No cause for
A
trouble.
Dane.
Get in the boat.
Thought I'd forget. You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Okay. Someone was just referred to as a bloody Dane. This guy, we don't know who that is. That might be the Dane. Is there anybody else here? There's the goat hanging out. They're loading the ship? Who's that coming on? We don't know who that is. He's got a lot of books. And you can't go against Riggybot with that few people. That guy. Huh. So he's being clubbed to death. Riggybot strikes again. Yes, it does. Okay, so the Doom Part 1. That's the start. Who is that, and how did they die? So that is going to be the Dane. Who is from... That is Lars Linde. And he was clubbed by an unknown attacker. I don't know who that is yet. Right? We don't know who this is? No. Yeah, and that's that guy. So the other guy we thought was the Dane is definitely not. And we definitely got to figure out who this guy is. Maybe... No, not a helmsman. An unknown steward? No. We haven't figured out who the ship's steward is either. I need to, some of the people don't have numbers. There's a setting for, like, unknown. Seven wayward souls disappeared during the events of this chapter. Their fates are cataloged here. Man, we didn't figure anything out in this one. Hey, Twigs. Yeah, so like you can assign like unknown officer, unknown midshipman, unknown steward. So if you know like what rank on the ship they have, you can assign that. Probably help you keep track. I'm sorry, Twigs. It can only get better.
Boy! In there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
What was that? Did we go into another memory? Oh. Oh, Storm's coming here. Oh, that was the guy that brought us to the ship. Okay, that means we've found all the memories. I need to watch this one again. Had too much milkshake? Aw.